Pope Benedict, he had the craziest past because he was charged with moving priests around that had committed atrocities.
Yeah.
And he moved one to a place where they molested 100 deaf kids.
What?
Yes. Google that.
100?
100 deaf kids got molested by this one priest that he had moved when he was a cardinal.
No, you don't hear him coming. That's the problem.
Jesus. You can't even help yourself.
Cut it out.
Son of a
Cut it out.
That is, son of a
But the new one's supposed to be chill, right? I don't fucking know.
Well, I think he had to take it down a notch, so the new one got, fucking a regular throne. It's like, this gold throne's a little outdated.
And he's like pro-gay marriage and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's nice.
A little bit more than 100.
200 deaf kids. Oh, my God. The priest might have molested 200 deaf boys. Top Vatican officials, including future Pope Benedict the 16th, did not defrock a priest who molested as many as 200 deaf boys, even though several American bishops repeatedly warned them that failure to act on the matter could embarrass the church, according to the files recently unearthed as part of a lawsuit. Imagine your concern is embarrassing the church, not that this guy is fucking kids. Imagine.
Yeah, we don't want the church to look bad.
Imagine your concern, and not one guy, but multiple bishops, right?
Yeah. It's nuts. Have you been to the Vatican, by the way?
Yes, on edibles.
That shit is dark.
I went there on edibles.
Did you?
Yeah.
That shit creeped me out, dude. The whole time I was like, I don't like this at all. I just didn't like the fact that they were like, we have our own cops.
Well, no extradition.
We can do whatever we want.
They're basically a country.
They have their own bank.
A city.
Yeah. Oh, their own rules, their own laws.
And there's a bunch of people in there that people would like to try.
Yeah.
They would like to pull them out of there and try them.
Can't do it.
For crimes against humanity.
Protected. You saw that documentary about the little girl that went missing from the Vatican?
No.
No?
No.
I don't even know what it's called, Jamie. You have to look at, the girl who went missing is what I think my instinct is saying, but it's about a resident. There's a small amount of residents that live in the Vatican walls in Vatican City. Her family was one of them. And this has got to be, 30 years ago. She went missing. And the story is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's called Vatican
Girl.
I just Googled it 2 days ago. It says they've reopened the case, so I don't know.
Dude, you have to watch this. It's bananas.
What do they think happened?
Well, there's a bunch of different conspiracies. There's a bunch of different, there is kind of a somewhat clear-cut answer in it, but there's multiple points where even they go, I don't know. This may come from multiple avenues of this being a very well-coordinated thing, like a kidnapping, and it's crazy. And they just reopened it up.
Kidnapping from someone who lives in the Vatican?
I don't want to tell you.
The family lived there. It says there might have been a kidnapping to blackmail the Pope at the time.
There's a bunch of different theories, and as you watch it, they talk about multiple theories about what it's like. But also, the crazy thing is, you'd think if you lived in the Vatican, you're living on, high on the hog. No. These people were commoner, lower class to lower middle class. It's not because they're in there. You're not automatically, living like a king. If you're just a citizen.
So were they help? Did they work there?
Yeah, they were workers.
Oh, so the workers live there.
But they don't treat them any kind of, it's like they all live pretty, modestly. And your family's born into it, so you're kind of born in it. And this girl she would go to a school outside of the Vatican walls, like a performance art school, if I'm not mistaken, and, a regular route from there to there, there to there, there to there, and then one day.
Oh, here's why. The Pope's longtime secretary is about to release a book this week.
Ruh-roh.
And that's why they may have invested. He says he's got information on it that's going to come out in the book.
About that girl?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's wild, dude. This is 2 days ago this just started popping up?
Yeah.
I don't care if I didn't see it.
Top of the thing. Vatican reopens investigation.
That's her, yeah. Emanuela.
1983 she went missing.
Orlandi.
Dude,
40 years ago, yeah.
They've gotten away with so much.
Sketchy.
They've gotten away with so much.
So sketch.
I mean, I know everybody wants to concentrate, and rightly so, on Epstein Island. Yeah. But how about the Vatican? How about just the entire... You could be a person who doesn't know how to read, and you know that priests fuck kids.
Uh-huh. Someone that's barely heard of it's like, oh, I did hear about those guys.
Everybody knows that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's not like NASCAR drivers. It's like, imagine if NASCAR car drivers were known for molesting children. You'd be like, that is cool. Why is that still a thing?
It's part of a culture, man.
Like, forever people knew that priests fuck kids.
100%.
It's never happened to me, but I've had multiple friends that were in Catholic school. They
Yeah.
got chased by a priest. This one guy went on a retreat with this priest, and the priest made him sleep in the bed with him, and he was like chasing him around the room.
No.
And he had to like literally fight off the priest and scream, and he wouldn't give in.
What was the name of the movie that exposed all that stuff? You know, about the newspaper. Mark Ruffalo? What? Am I crazy? Why can't I think of the name of that fucking...
The Boston newspaper?
Yeah.
Bro, this is
But that
so
was and it was a
many of
real story where the Boston Globe, Spotlight, and they went out of their way to expose them. Or in real life, they made the movie about it, but it's like didn't even go do anything, didn't do shit.
them. That's so crazy.
A credible newspaper was like, we have unbelievable amounts of evidence, and still it's like, no, what are you gonna do?
They don't even lose their tax-free exemption.
I know, nothing happens.